right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We do this show as a breaking news show, and we are here with the gavel tonight to say it has been decided that Biden's DOJ is torched, done for. Send him out with the old rotten fish. Done! The judge has ruled. The FBI destroyed. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are so excited to talk you through the news that is breaking. Literally, ALX, when did it break? Less than an hour ago. We've been gathering up we've been reading and researching and going through the news, and here we go. From the AP, New York judge has been named Trump Mar-a-Lago probe special master. Yes, in a massive, resounding defeat to the regime, the judge has rejected the FBI's demand for a stay and has granted Donald Trump the judge that he wanted to oversee all of the evidence. Now, all of the evidence has been taken away from the FBI. It's been taken from the FBI. All this crap, all this. This has been taken from the FBI, and now it is in the hands of the special master, a catastrophic, resounding, and absolute seizure-inducing defeat for the regime. Joe Biden is absolutely crushed here in this order. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Eileen Cannon has denied the DOJ's motion for a partial stay. They wanted a chance to review all of Trump's documents to try and find some little dot or decimal or anything they could do because they didn't have anything. They got nothing. Nothing. The judge has ruled. The judge says this is illegal. We are putting a special master in charge, and baby, it gets better. The special master is the man who the FBI lied to about the Carter Page FISA documentation to spy on the Trump campaign. We'll get into that in just a second. This new special master is a judge. His name is Raymond Deary. Raymond Deary is his name. He is now the special master in the probe. The Judge Eileen Cannon here in Florida has appointed him. This man has worked with Donald Trump before. We did some research on him, very fast, very dirty tonight. Here we go. Here's what we know about this judge. This is the judge who worked with Rudy Giuliani, of all people, in order to clean up the mafia in New York. This man has been a judge in New York for damn near 50 years. This is a man who knows the federal bench. He hates the lying and the corruption inside of the federal government. This is the man who Donald Trump said he wanted as a special master. Donald Trump's lawyers and legal team said they wanted this man as a special master, and he was just appointed. Now, all documentation from Donald Trump's home, everything that is seized from Mar-a-Lago is now in his control and in his authority. And what is important about this guy? This is the same judge, and a lot of people thought this was very strange, but we think it's very, very smart. This is the same judge who was lied to by the FBI in the granting of the FISA warrant to spy on Donald Trump via Carter Page. The FBI lied about Carter Page. They lied about his travels to Europe or travels to Russia. They lied about Carter Page. They actually had to fire a couple of agents over this investigation. Carter Page is an innocent man who worked for Donald Trump, and the FBI had egg on their face. They had to put their tail between their legs. They had to admit that they were wrong. They got nothing on Carter Page, and they were lied to. This judge was lied to. The FBI went into the special foreign surveillance court that this judge was overseeing, presented false information to this judge, and I think this judge is going to have an axe to grind. This judge is going to be pretty pissed off about this entire situation and doesn't like being lied to by the FBI. Here's how the news was broke and covered on Fox just a second ago.
In the Judge Cannon Florida Special Master case, she has ruled against the Department of Justice and granted Donald Trump's request to have a special master appointed to go through all of the documents that the FBI seized in the Mar-a-Lago raid. Again, big blow to the Department of Justice. They will not be able to review any of these documents. They have now been taken to the special master. Now, the special master was someone who Donald Trump offered, and the Department of Justice agreed. The special master is a Judge Deary. Backstory on Deary. Deary was a FISA court judge. Deary was a FISA court judge who the FBI lied to and gave him a bad warrant. And Deary said, yes, you can spy on the Trump campaign. Deary now knows that the FBI was dishonest with him when applying for that warrant, and that Deary will be in charge of going through these documents. Very, very interesting development. Just breaking.
Here we go, baby. This is breaking news. Less than an hour ago, we have gathered all the evidence, everything that we know right now on this show. Here's what we know. As of less than an hour ago, as soon as this ruling, I don't think we have the ruling. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We can put it up on screen. I'm not sure if we do, but the ruling has been issued. We read through the ruling and we read through the breaking news. Here we go. Judge Eileen Cannon refused the Justice Department request to lift her temporary prohibition on the Justice Department's use of roughly 100 classified records that were taken during the August 8th search. She also granted the newly named special master, Raymond Deary, access to the entire tranche of documents seized from the property, though the department has said that the arbiter shouldn't be permitted to inspect the batch of classified records. Why is this? This is because they know what these records contain. They contain the bombshell evidence against the regime in the concoction of the Russia collusion hoax. Everyone knows it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Justice Department is expected to contest the judge's order on a federal appeals court and will be nuked on that court. Mike Davis, one of our dearest friends and one of the best legal scholars in America, had this to say on Twitter. I believe we have the tweet ready to go. Good for Judge Cannon. She did not cow to the Biden Justice Department's bullying. The 11th Circuit isn't going to reverse her even-keeled, well-reasoned decision. The Biden DOJ is terrified of another judge checking the homework. What are they hiding? We know exactly what they are hiding. Mike Davis was on our program this morning to tell us exactly what they were hiding. They were hiding the bombshell evidence that the Obama administration, with the help of Joe Biden, with the help of Hillary Clinton, colluded with Russian foreign agents protected by the FBI. Igor Dranchenko, a paid FBI informant, classified human informant. We learned that this week. They worked with the Russians in order to rig the election against Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has those documents. We know this. We know this. Mike Davis said that Donald Trump's legal team has been performing incredibly well and that this was essentially a preemptive strike on Donald Trump. This was a preemptive coup on Donald Trump, and he makes a very great point here.
Now, we're talking about tonight's leaks. Were these more of what we would expect as kind of the DOJ's revenge or preemptive strike against the special master here?
So this is part of a pattern of illegal leaks by the Biden Justice Department. They leaked out to Newsweek early on that Attorney General Merrick Garland did not personally approve this raid. That was a lie. They leaked out that Trump had America's nuclear documents. That was a lie. They leaked out that President Biden and the Biden White House did not have any involvement with this raid. That was a lie. We saw that Jonathan Sue, Deputy White House Counsel to President Biden, waived President Trump's assertion of executive privilege on behalf of President Biden. So it's just a series of lies and leaks. Remember Judge Cannon, when she ordered this special master, she talked about, quote, the swirling allegations of bias and media leaks. And that is exactly what continues tonight. It confirms why Judge Cannon was so right in appointing a special master here, because the Biden Justice Department knows that they're not going to win this case in a court of law, so they're going to try it in the court of public opinion.
Wow. They are in pure panic right now. They were not expecting it to go like this. Let me tell you what they were expecting. And this was, man, we've been furiously on the phone calling the people that we trust in the legal profession to talk about this. Here's what they had to say to us. They knew that the fix was in. The FBI, the DOJ, all they had to do was make sure that they slapped down Donald Trump's filing, delay the special master appointment, and then comb through the docs to find a single thing, one thing that Donald Trump had done wrong. That's all they needed. One little piece of evidence in order to try him with obstruction of justice or insurrection, whatever, right? This was a gathering operation, a smash and grab. Okay, a protectionist operation for the agency. They didn't get it. It's going to take time to look through all these documents. They didn't get what they were looking for. They wanted to keep the documents hidden from the eyes of a judge who's going to go, holy shit, these guys are they are unbelievably criminal. Pardon my cursing there, saying I'm unbelievably criminal. They were trying to simply delay that. And then all they have to do is leak this information to the media, and then they win the game. But the judge has just stopped their leaking. As Mike Davis just said, the judge has called the FBI bias. The judge is ruling against the FBI at every single turn. And the 11th Circuit is going to be overseen by Brett Kavanaugh. What do you think is going to happen there? These judges, man, there's just enough rope, baby, to hang yourself with here. There are major issues with the FBI. They have lied enough to all of these judges, to this Justice Department, and now to the Supreme Court, which they're going to try and appeal to. And the Supreme Court's going to say, hey, wait a second, this is out of control. The Constitution doesn't allow for this. So what happened today was the judge officially destroyed the FBI and the Biden regime by ruling against the DOJ's requested delay, and then giving Trump the special master candidate that immediately took all of the documents that they seized and took them away from the FBI and the DOJ. They no longer have access to these documents. Judge Dearie was Trump's first choice. He was picked by Ronald Reagan. He's a Reagan appointee. This guy's a Republican. He did work with Rudy Giuliani in cleaning up New York. He knew Donald Trump. No doubt he knows Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, this was his first selection. So Donald Trump should be thrilled tonight. And you should be thrilled tonight. And the corporate media is not thrilled tonight. Here's how CBS News covered this development. You can see the pain in the man's eyes.
A veteran New York judge has been appointed the special master to review documents seized from Mar-a-Lago. Raymond Dearie is a former federal prosecutor and served as a judge in federal court in Brooklyn. Both the Justice Department and former President Trump's legal team indicated they would be satisfied with his appointment. Trump asked for a third party to review the documents seized and remove any that might be protected by attorney-client privilege. The Justice Department is investigating Trump's handling of the classified documents.
Okay, there you go. And by the way, he lied there. Okay, he lied there. We're getting the clips loaded right now that prove it. Donald Trump said today, there we go. He said today that on Hugh Hewitt's show that he declassified everything. This is Donald Trump from today on Hugh Hewitt's show saying that he declassified everything. There's a CNN clip. We warn you, there's a CNN clip, but this is CNN covering Donald Trump's interview today. There isn't a single classified document at Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump said it. Kash Patel told us that the FBI came in and stapled the classified covers to those documents that you saw thrown on the floor. And here's what Donald Trump had to say today, mirroring everything we've been told and everything we've heard, that Donald Trump had no classified documents because he declassified everything based on the Russiagate collusion hoax. Listen.
Mr. Patel said he witnessed you giving verbal orders to declassify the papers that ended up at Mar-a-Lago. Do you remember making those orders?
That's correct. And not only that, I think it was other people also were there. But I have the absolute right to declassify. Absolute. A president has that absolute right. And a lot of people aren't even challenging that anymore.
Yes, of course he has the absolute right. That's why extremely level-headed legal professors and scholars like our friend Jonathan Turley over on Fox, who is not a MAGA Republican, who is not even a Republican. He is a professor of law at Georgetown. Jonathan Turley is not someone who's trying to side with Donald Trump. Presumably, this man voted for Joe Biden. Here he is saying that the DOJ has already blown it and they are doomed. Doomed in this case. Dude, this is truly a panic moment for Joe Biden. The midterm elections is going to swing on this. As always, they have gone too far, and let's see what happens. Here's Jonathan Turley saying it's game over.
I think that the Department of Justice blew this one in how they responded to this motion. I mean, they really overplayed their hand. I mean, they said that the appointment of a special master would threaten national security. And the court was really sort of quite, surprised in the oral argument and said, really? I mean, special masters are appointed all the time. You have control of the documents. They're secure. You can get a special master with a clearance. How, again, is national security undermined? And they never really answered that question.
Yeah, they never really answered the question. So this is Jonathan Turley, one of the brightest legal minds in America, saying, yo, the DOJ is going to lose. Joe Biden's going to lose here. And this is a guy who probably voted for Joe Biden. I don't know him personally. But Trump's lawyer is on TV, on Sean Hannity's show yesterday, saying, hey, not only is what they're doing illegal, what they're doing is going to backfire. And they know this because the special master, the whole role of the special master is to take flags and to throw them on the field. Why wouldn't you want someone to check your homework here? The FBI knows they've done something illegal. We trace this all the way back to Joe Biden pressuring Merrick Garland, according to the New York Times. According to the New York Times, Joe Biden pressuring Merrick Garland to get Trump on something because he's too scared. He's too scared for the rematch. They know they don't got it. They know they've destroyed this country, and they know they're going to lose. And so Merrick Garland has been pressured by Joe Biden many times, and even on Jimmy Kimmel's show, you can go back and find Joe Biden saying he's going to put his political enemies in jail. Now, everyone laughed, but Joe Biden said exactly what he was planning on doing. Will they get away with it? Well, not if Trump's lawyers have anything to say about it. Trump's new lawyers are absolutely spectacular. Trump has TV lawyers who go on TV and talk on his behalf. And then he has lawyers that are really, really good at arguing these cases and litigating these cases before district courts. His new stable of lawyers is absolutely spectacular. We are personally thrilled to watch these guys work. They're going to make mincemeat of this Justice Department. And here is the play. They're going to go against the special master because they know that once the special master is appointed and has all the documents, the special master is going to say, what the F are you doing here? You're not allowed to take his health records. You're not allowed to take these documents that were declassified. All of this stuff, you don't get any of this. You don't get any of this. And once that happens, then the American public goes, what was this all about? And they're going to have to answer those questions. Listen.
Why wouldn't they want a special master? Alina, I think the answer is pretty obvious.
I think so. I think it's very obvious. More importantly, what they argued in their appeal was that not only do they want to appeal the special master decision, but they also, and this is what I think is the most important, they want the injunction to stop so that they can continue their investigation and their criminal action, potential criminal action against Donald Trump. Why is that, Sean? Well, because November is a big election and Biden's down in the polls. This is the reality of our situation right now, America. We are literally in the most dual, as you said, there is dual systems for justice. If you are a Trump, if you are anybody else, it's different. It's not right. And if Hunter was Eric Trump or Don Jr. or Ivanka, God knows there would be some monster investigation. They'd be in cuffs, paraded around the FBI. It's actually absurd.
It's well said.
It is actually absurd. She is saying what we all know. This is purely a political persecution. This is illegal. They don't want the special master because the special master is going to tell them exactly that. The special master is going to say, yo, you're not allowed to have any of these documents. What is this? A general warrant? And by the way, I love that this is some old timer. An old timer is going to sit back and say, what the hell is going on here? We have a constitution in this country, and I am a member of the judiciary, which has an oversight responsibility for the executive. Y'all people are part of the executive. Why the hell are you treating our boy Donald Trump like this? Remember, this man worked with Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, to clean up New York. We're not saying he's a Republican. He was appointed by Reagan, the special master. Deary is his name. And the special master is going to look at videotapes like this of Donald Trump saying he declassified all these documents. Do you remember that we found this footage from the archives? And it's like, here's the smoking gun. Donald Trump telling all of the press and all of the world that these documents are declassified.
So we want to be very transparent. So as you know, I declassified everything they want. I put it under the auspices of the Attorney General. He's going to be in charge of it. He's a great gentleman and a highly respected man. So everything that they need is declassified. and they'll be able to see how this how the hoax or witch hunt started and why it started. It was an attempted coup or an attempted takedown of the President of the United States. It should never, ever happen to anybody else. So it's very important. Now, people have been asking me to declassify for a long period of time. I've decided to do it, and you're going to learn a lot. I hope it's going to be nice, but perhaps it won't be.
I hope it's going to be nice, but perhaps it won't be. Listen, guys, we have the ruling, all right? We're going through the ruling right now. The ruling was literally was issued less than an hour ago. There it is. Here it is on my phone. Here it is on the screen. We can scroll through it, and you can see it's quite a long ruling. But I want to draw your attention to a specific page. Can we go to page 8? Can we go to page 8? Because in page 8... the judge actually calls out the government for leaking to the media. How incredible is this? The judge is essentially saying that there is no, hold on. Here we go. Okay, so up at the top, here we go. We're just going to read you the document here for just a second. You got to check this out. Okay, so I'm reading it along with you. The government's argument sufficiently convincing as presented. First, there has been no actual suggestion the government has any identifiable emergency or imminent disclosure of classified information arising from the plaintiff's allegedly unlawful retention of seized property. Instead, and unfortunately, get ready for this, the unwanted disclosures that float on background have been leaked to the media even after underlying seizure. Look at that! Whoa! The judge is roasting him for leaking to the Washington Post. I have nothing left to throw. This judge is based. We rule. We have ruled that the judge is based. There it is, the document right there. You can read it with your own eyes. Secondly, although this might be easier for the imminent future, the government's criminal investigative work has to proceed in tandem with the security assessments. The government's submission of the subject do not establish the pausing of a criminal investigation review pending the completion of the special master's work. Actually, will impede the intelligence community's ability to access potential risk, so on and so forth. So saying essentially, we're just going to blow a massive hole inside of your entire argument. You're sunk. You're done. Game over. Game over. This is incredible. The judge is saying, if you don't stop leaking right now, then it's going to get worse for you. The judge actually talked about the FBI leaking to the media in this ruling. It's a long document. You can go through the rest of it. It's there. It's available. It's being shared widely. We encourage you to read it. We're going to read it tonight. And we're going to put everything that we learn in the show tomorrow. So please be tuning in tomorrow, 11 a.m. You will also find the updates from the other illegal activity in the Biden administration. Which one, you say, Benny? There are so many. There are so many lies in the Biden administration. That's why we have our friend Abe here to help us with all of the lies of the Biden regime. Honest Abe looks at us and glares. He looks very sad. He looks at us sadly during the show saying, the Biden regime lies. Which one, you say? Well, how about the one where Kamala Harris said the border was secure? And then, the very same day, a bunch of criminal migrants thousands of them, wind up on Kamala Harris's lawn. Isn't this special?
Final topic here, since we're here in Texas, I want to ask you about the border. Would you call the border secure?
I think that there is no question that we have to do what the president and I asked Congress to do. Is the first request we made. Pass a bill to create a pathway to citizenship. The border is secure, but we also have...
The border is secure. That's what Kamala Harris said. The border is secure. Here's what migrants had to say to Kamala Harris on her yard today.
Vice President Harris said that the border is closed. Is the border closed? Do you believe that the border is closed, or is it open?
It's open, not closed. The border is open.
The border is open. Do you believe that all the migrants believe that the border is open?
Yeah, everybody believes that the border is open. It's open because we enter, we come in, free, no problem.
But it's open for you to come illegally, right?
Illegally, yes, illegally, that's true.
And you came illegally?
Yeah, we came illegally, not legal.
You have to laugh. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. You have to laugh. We laugh at memes on this show. We love memes. This is a meme from some of our favorite memers, Dre Fenzor and Not Paso, who came up with this incredible reaction of Kamala Harris walking outside of her house in D.C. and seeing these criminal migrants offloading on their buses.
Look at my bus! Oh my God, I love it! El grito ranchero es lo más mexicano, más que los muertos.
It's so beautiful. Karine Jean-Pierre, of course, truly the dumbest person in the Biden White House, had this to say about the secure border as well.
But does the White House stand by those comments that the border is secure?
What we stand by is that we are doing everything that we can to make sure that that we follow the process that's been put forth. That's why we have historic funding to do just that, to make sure that to make sure that the folks that we encounter at the border be removed or expelled.
It's so fun to watch them squirm. So what happened here was Saul Alinsky's rules, right? So you made them live by their own rules. You made them live by their own standards. The left got busloads and plane loads of migrants delivered to them over the last 24 hours on their own lawns. Where is the sign out front of Barack Obama's house that says all immigrants are welcome here? Where's the shanty town on Barack Obama's property? We're looking for it. Where is it? Where is it? We're looking for it. Obama has 30 acres. Where are all the shelters and the COVID quarantine centers for these migrants on Obama's property? We're waiting for it. Obama has 7 rooms, 8 bathrooms in his mansion, 30 acres. A lot of lean-tos you could put on those acres. A little tent city. How about that? Some porta-johns. Come on, baby. Would that interrupt your view of the ocean? Would that interrupt your sunsets with Michelle? Oh, baby. Here's what Jesse Waters had to say about it.
But DeSantis has sent migrants on a plane to Martha's Vineyard. Now, this is where the Obamas have a home, Oprah, Beyonce, even James Taylor, who's going to be seeing fire, rain, and migrants. Not to mention Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, everybody basically that you know on the left has a home there. Do you think they're going to be embracing their new neighbors?
You know, these are all sanctuary cities until they're in their sanctuary.
Right.
I doubt they'll embrace them. Don't know that I've ever been to Martha's Vineyard. I've been to places where we've seen these migrants come across. This is not good for America. Every town's a border town, and we need to make sure we get our southern border secured exactly like we did for 4 years, Jesse.
So that's Mike Pompeo saying he's not sure they're going to embrace them. Well, did they embrace them? This is the most amazing clip. We'll play this clip tomorrow on the show. This is the most amazing clip. This is a woman who's in charge of something in Martha's Vineyard. She's a Martha's Vineyard resident saying all these migrants need to go immediately. This woman is like in panic. These are 50 total migrants, 50 migrants sent down there by Ron DeSantis. And here's the ramen noodle-haired like white woman, the Karen of Martha's Vineyard, Karen's Vineyard here, freaking out, saying, we don't have the money. We already have a housing crisis here. You gotta get them out. Build the wall.
So, what are the most difficult challenges right now?
The difficult challenges are, we have, at some point in time, they have to move from here to somewhere else, right? We don't have the services to take care of 50 immigrants, and we certainly don't have housing. We're in a housing crisis as we are on this island, and so we can't house everyone here that lives here and works here. We don't have housing for 50 more people.
You love it when the memes come to life. You love it when the memes come to life. There was an account on Twitter, we reposted it, that said, this would be the scene on Martha's Vineyard today. One more meme because it's our evening live. This is a scene from some movie, I don't know, some Ben Stiller movie, and it matched perfectly. The dinner time cocktail hour at Martha's Vineyard being interrupted.
Stop! to stay at this hotel. I'm on my honeymoon. We just want to have a nice, quiet lunch.
Eddie, it's okay. They're not.
No, it's not okay. We're newlyweds. We just want to have a quiet time together. How can we have any good memories if you guys keep...
Eddie, it's okay. I am. Eddie, please sit down.
Bruh. This is perfect, baby. It's perfect. It's exactly what Martha's Vineyard was like today. That guy is every Martha's Vineyard resident, the ramen-haired noodle lady. That guy, perfect. Whatever character Ben Stiller was playing, I don't know what movie that's from. Whatever character Ben Stiller was playing, exactly. They had 50 migrants, 50. Sent to them, and they had an emergency called. They're calling on state, local, government services. Oh my God! This is going to destroy this place. I thought that illegal immigrants were law-abiding and were the best of us. All Americans are immigrant. No human is illegal. Unbelievable. I mean, truly, the number of all immigrants are welcome here signs that will be replaced by "This house is protected by ADT" in Martha's Vineyard overnight will be neck snapping. What's neck snapping for the people who thought they'd get away with this scam, which is to open our borders and allow all the criminal migrants into the red states and to have them absolutely swamp the well-run states in this country. The people who had that plan are in panic now, and they're in panic because we're winning the messaging war. And we're winning the messaging war because Ron DeSantis, the governor of this state where I am right now, stays on damn message. Here's what he had to say in response to the libs freaking out over this. Just perfection.
We are not a sanctuary state, and it's better to be able to go to a sanctuary jurisdiction. And yes, we will help facilitate that transport for you to be able to go to greener pastures. Biden would fly people in the middle of the night, dump them all across this country. There was no warning on any of this. And all those people in D.C. and New York were beating their chests when Trump was president, saying they were so proud to be sanctuary jurisdictions, saying how bad it was to have a secure border. The minute even a small fraction of what those border towns deal with every day is brought to their front door, they all of a sudden go berserk, and they're so upset that this is happening. And it just shows you, their virtue signaling is a fraud, okay?
That's it, baby. That's it. The final hammer drop. The based hammer is good because it says based. You can't really, I'm not sure you can see it. It says based on the top of the hammer. The final hammer drop. Based. It's the based hammer. Ron DeSantis gets the based hammer because these people are frauds. They're not virtuous. They have no virtue. They're just virtue signalers. They signal that they're virtuous. And the moment that you ask them to put something in the offering plate at church or to help out the bum who needs some food, the moment you ask them to do anything virtuous, like take in or feed a criminal migrant that they welcomed into this country, the moment they're not able to steal your money to do it or to force you to do it, the moment they have to do it, boy, that's a real problem there. The dead chicken strategy. Rub your dog's nose in it. Let's rub their nose in it. This is going to be a wild time. We are winning the messaging war. Donald Trump is winning in court. The judge, if you're joining us late, destroyed the FBI and the Biden regime tonight in a ruling that just utterly ripped the bark off of the DOJ, saying that they're leakers, saying they can't be trusted, appointed a special master, the special master that had been lied to previously by the FBI. Man, this is going south fast for the regime. The regime is in panic, and now they got 300 criminal migrants sitting at their doorstep going, Feliz Navidad. So, ladies and gentlemen, buenas noches. And we will see you in the morning. Thank you for watching. God bless all of you. My name is Benny Johnson. This has been a special edition of The Benny Show.